Learn to make simple, delicious, and foolproof cheesecakes with our easy guide, perfect for beginners. Welcome to your ultimate guide to baking a cheesecake. If you've never baked before or feel intimidated by cheesecake recipes, this video is for you. Together, we'll create a creamy, luscious cheesecake with a buttery graham cracker crust that's perfect for any occasion. Don't worry about cracks or complicated steps. This recipe is approachable, fun, and most importantly, delicious. Let's get started. First, let's gather all the ingredients. Here's what you'll need. For the crust, 1½ cups of graham cracker crumbs, 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter melted. For the filling, 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese softened, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 4 large eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, optional toppings, fresh berries, caramel drizzle, whipped cream, or even chocolate shavings. With this flexible recipe, you can customize your cheesecake however you like. Let's start by making the crust. Begin by placing your graham crackers in a zip-top bag and crushing them into fine crumbs with a rolling pin. Alternatively, you can use a food processor. In a mixing bowl, combine the graham cracker crumbs, sugar, and melted butter. Stir everything until the crumbs are coated and resemble wet sand. Now pour this mixture into a springform pan and press it down evenly using the back of a spoon or the bottom of a flat measuring cup. For added flavor, you can pre-bake the crust at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius, for 8 to 10 minutes. This step is optional but gives the crust a firmer and slightly toasty texture. Set it aside to cool while we move on to the filling. The secret to a creamy cheesecake is this: soften your cream cheese and mix gently. In a large mixing bowl, place the softened cream cheese and granulated sugar. Using a hand mixer or stand mixer on low speed, beat until smooth and combined about 2 minutes. Add the eggs one at a time, mixing on low speed just until incorporated after each addition. Overmixing can incorporate too much air, which might cause cracks in the cheesecake while baking. Next, add a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. These 2 ingredients elevate the flavor and balance that luscious creaminess. Once the mixture appears smooth, you're all set. Now that you have your crust and filling ready, it's time to bring them together. Pour the cheesecake filling onto your cooled crust, spreading it evenly with a spatula. Smooth the top for that picture-perfect dessert. If you're feeling adventurous, this is also a great time to swirl in a fruit puree or a hint of chocolate for a creative pattern on top. If not, keep it classic. Just as delicious. Cheesecake bakes low and slow, ensuring a delicate, creamy result. Preheat your oven to 325 degrees, 162 degrees. Before placing the cheesecake in the oven, consider using a water bath. It's a simple step that prevents cracks. Let's quickly go over how to do it. Wrap the base of your springform pan in aluminum foil to keep water out. Place the cheesecake inside a large roasting pan and pour hot water into the pan until it reaches about halfway up the sides of the springform pan. This moist environment keeps the cheesecake silky smooth. Bake for about 60 to 70 minutes. You'll know the cheesecake is ready when the edges are set, but the center still jiggles slightly when you shake the pan gently. The biggest trick to a flawless cheesecake is cooling it properly. Don't pull it out of the oven right away. Let it cool gradually. Turn off the oven, open the door slightly, and let the cheesecake rest in the warm oven for about 30 minutes. After that, transfer it to a countertop to cool at room temperature for at least 2 hours. Finally, refrigerate the cheesecake for at least 4 hours, but overnight is even better. This slow cooling method minimizes cracks and ensures the perfect texture. Once your cheesecake has set completely in the refrigerator, carefully remove it from the springform pan. If the edges are sticking, run a butter knife or offset spatula around the sides before releasing the latch. Now comes the fun part, decorating. Choose your favorite toppings to make your cheesecake truly shine. A burst of color and natural sweetness. Add a touch of indulgence with caramel sauce. Melt chocolate with a splash of cream for a glossy topping. Keep it light and simple with a dollop of freshly whipped cream. Feel free to mix and match. To achieve clean and professional-looking slices, dip a sharp knife into hot water, wipe it dry, and then cut. Repeat after each slice to keep the edges smooth. Serve cheesecake on its own or pair it with your favorite beverage. Coffee, tea, or even a glass of sparkling water complement this dessert beautifully. Don't worry if your cheesecake isn't perfect on your first try. It happens. Here are some quick fixes for common issues. Cracks in the surface. Cover them with fresh fruit or whipped cream. The cheesecake still tastes amazing. Undercooked center. If you notice this early on, pop the cheesecake back in the oven for a few more minutes without the water bath. Lumpy texture. Prevent this next time by ensuring your cream cheese is fully softened before mixing. Remember, every cheesecake is unique and imperfections are part of the charm. Baking can be intimidating at first, but every bite of your homemade cheesecake is proof that you're on the right track. This recipe is simple enough for beginners, but still impressive enough to share with family and friends. Plus, the more you bake, the more confident you'll become. Feeling inspired after mastering this classic cheesecake recipe? Here are a few variations to explore. Swap out some cream cheese for melted chocolate in the filling. Add a splash of lemon or lime juice for a tangy twist. Mini cheesecakes make personal-sized portions using a muffin tin. Once you've nailed the basics, the possibilities are endless. Congratulations! You just baked your very own cheesecake. Whether you keep it simple or go all out with toppings, be proud of your creation. Baking a cheesecake is a labor of love, and now you've got a new skill to show off. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your cheesecake photos in the comments or on social media. We'd love to see your unique creations. Stay tuned for more beginner-friendly recipes coming soon. Until next time, happy baking. Remember, bake, share, and savor every bite.